Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Hidden Dragon. Now we're going to be doing the draw right now for the international, well, what I presume is the Nations League. I don't know why it's called it that, but there you go. Also, if we could get 300 likes on this episode, that would be genuinely fantastic. You're not seeing a face cam, of course, because we've got a draw. In theory, there should be another draw coming up before you see any actual footage too, because, of course, we've got the draw for the Euro qualifying groups, which is important. I've got some stuff that I want to talk about as well, but we'll talk about that kind of during things, basically, because there's a few things, basically. So let's just get straight into this. Let's do the automatic draw. So the first thing is Ashley Williams has retired, and he wouldn't let me make him reconsider, which kind of sucks, to be honest, guys, but it's one of those things I just have to deal with, so that's kind of sucky. Yesterday's videos, the two that you would have seen over the last 2 days, that is, they actually took 6.5 hours to make because of the sheer large gaps between them, and that is why, particularly on this one, as you can see, because we're already in June, before I've even played any competitive football, I'm definitely going to have to cut down the number of matches we show in each episode, basically. It looks like we're going in with Bosnia and Bulgaria then, which is going to be an interesting group, but I think that we can have a crack at Bosnia and Bulgaria and maybe get a chance at winning that, so that's some positive stuff. A couple of other things what I want to talk about is that, of course, guys, I really do appreciate your suggestions, and I've tried out a new tactic based on some of the things you guys have suggested, and it seems to be looking quite solid, so I'll show you guys that in a second as well. But just bear in mind, of course, when you do suggest things, don't expect it to be instant, because, of course, I do have to record a few days ahead as well. Sometimes I've also got some great youth players that have come through some of the academies this year that I'm desperate to show you, so I'll show you guys those in a second. So I'll join you guys in a sec, where there'll either be some highlights of some games, but more likely it's going to be another draw. See you guys in a sec. All the way across for Wilson at the far post. Wilson scores. There we go. Wales 1, Bulgaria 0. Harry Wilson. What a beautiful, well, that's his first ever goal for Wales as well, so that's great to see. Poor and Taylor. Taylor can slip it through for Bradshaw. Bradshaw strike. Bale strike. Taylor on the rebound. There we go. Wales 2, Bulgaria 0. Jake Taylor makes it 2-0. This is a good start to our Nations League campaign. There we go, guys. Wales 2, Bulgaria 0. Back across. Bale this time does score. Bosnia 0. Wales 1. What a great start to this game we've had, and we lead. Wilson's one of them. Can he slip it through the channel? He can. Gunter's in, and that is 2-0 to Wales. Bosnia and Herzegovina 0. Wales 2. Chris Gunter with the goal. Great stuff. Through for Dzeko. Blocked on the rebound, though. Pericic puts it in the back of the net. Bosnia 1. Wales 2. Do not throw this away like we did in Serbia. Hadzic, and oh my god, we've done it again. We seem to take the lead in these countries and just cannot seem to hang on to it. Bosnia 2. Wales 2. We were so close to get another great result. Johnny Williams now into the box. Cotterill strike. Cotterill's goal. There we go. So, Bosnia 2, Wales 3. David Cotterill scores the winner that could basically put a really good step in winning this group. Here we go. Bosnia 2, Wales 3. Brilliant game, and really enjoying this stuff right now. This should do a great deal in this first half. Taylor back for Hughes. Hughes' strike. Williams is on the rebound. I think that is a goal. Yes, it is. Johnny Williams, Wales 1, Bosnia 0. We only need a draw to win this group, but a win would be magnificent. Round the corner for Lulic. Pulls it back, and Vishka at the back post makes it 1-1. Disappointing, because we've been so good today, but unfortunately we cannot afford to throw this away though. Dzeko's across, and amazingly Bosnia have turned this game around. We've been fantastic today, done everything right, and they've managed to score 2 goals. Disappointing from us, really, really bad. 1, Bosnia 2. I don't know how they've managed that, but they have managed to win the game. Disappointing performance. I think that still means we're actually through, but we really should have done a lot better. We cannot afford this sort of complacency in qualifying campaign. Right, guys, we're back. So, as it turns out, there is not a draw for the European thing just yet, so we ended up doing the Nations League. So, you'll have obviously just seen 3 games that we've played before. Now, we're in a decent position. The win in Bosnia was fantastic. Then losing at home to them was equally as awful. As good as that was, this was equally as bad. But we're still in a good position today. Now, we can't technically, well, actually, no, if we win today away in Bulgaria, in, I presume, Sofia or something like that, then we will in fact qualify. However, a draw could still be enough, but we'd have to wait for a while to actually find out if that's the case. Now, I've made a few changes, which I'll quickly show you. Also, I want to show you some of our youngsters. Now, potential-wise, this is again just my scouting filters, but there's one particular guy that I am stupidly interested in. Where is he? Ben Harries. This is Ben Harries. He's injured at the moment, but he looks a treat. I've got to say, he looks glorious. He plays for Swansea City. He's 15 years old. Sorry, 16 now. He looks like he could be like next Ramsey type of potential. He's got decent determination as well, which is helpful. His vision and passing look really solid. He's got decent first touch. Yeah, okay. There's a few sort of issues with his temperament and stuff, but I'm thinking that hopefully they can sort that out at Swansea, and if he moves to even a slightly larger side, then, you know, there's a lot to be had, and I think this guy could be the next Aaron Ramsey for the team. There's also another guy who's actually in the team. He's in the squad. His name is Josh James. He's a sort of similar kind of player. I don't think he's going to be quite as good, but he seems to be showing a lot more potential straight off the bat, basically. He plays for Wolves, and yeah, he's looking good as well. So I'll show you him in a sec as well. Is there anyone else I was interested in? Oh yeah, Gwyn Dumphy looks pretty decent as well. He's at Everton, but he has declared for Wales, so that's mostly important. He's a striker and potentially could be the sort of player that could maybe lead the line for Wales in the future. So Gwyn Dumphy is another one to look out for in the future. I just thought I'd show you a couple of these guys while we're here. I actually can't find Josh James on this list, but that might be because he's in the squad now. Unless it's because... I actually don't know. Maybe he wasn't... I don't know. We'll have to look for him in a second. But this is what I basically done. This is what we've scouted. These are all the young Welsh players. Every time there's a youth intake, I add them. Unfortunately, you can't filter it by like 16 to 15 because this includes some of the ones from last year, which is why some of them are older scouting reports. And of course, it's now November. We've played so much. I've played like a year in the game time, and that's not good, frankly, guys, because that's taken me so long to do. And this is why I'm going to have to cut down on the number of games I put into an episode, because they're so stretched out and it just takes so damn long. Anyway, tactics-wise, there was a little glitch in our game against Bulgaria that meant that I tried to make a substitute on 62 minutes. We made them, and then the game just seemed to stop and go to 90 minutes. And I noticed that Bulgaria seemed to have had the ball for the entirety of that period, because our possession went from like 60-something to 24%. Very, very odd. But our possession is looking a lot better now, and I'll show you why in a sec. We're going to get into the match, though, straight away. But there you go. So Wales, we're top of our group so far. Bulgaria, we managed to win against them at home, but I worry about how we're going to manage to do this away from home. Now, people said to me, basically this is me following you guys' advice. People said to me, 4-2-3-1. That's where you want to be going. There was a few suggestions of other systems, but this was the one that people kept coming back to. So I decided to, you know what, just go for it. I don't know, like, it's an interesting system to try out, and I've been trying it. I tried it in a couple of friendlies. It was mainly against Argentina, which you'll see here if I just show you. In the Argentina game last year, which this just shows you how long we've been playing, that was in November last year, we were 3-0 down in that one, and I managed to sort of get it to work a little bit better, and that was when we got the 2 goals. We did concede one as well, fair enough, but we've looked a lot better, and the results against Latvia, yeah, okay, it was only a 2-0 win, but the stats were far more positive in our mind. That's why I was really happy with that. So yeah, there's some definite positives to be taken from it, basically. So I'm pleased with the tactic. It does need more tweaks, I have to say. I don't know, it feels a little bit too top heavy on this side, but with Bale playing as an inside forward, he loves to cut inside, so I figured why not just put him out there and let him cut in. You know, it makes sense, basically, for him to try and do that. He's going to play like a striker off here, because we get Johnny Williams then, or potentially Aaron Ramsey when he's actually available. Let's just see who is available. Here we go. So Ramsey and Williams now. Perfect playmakers. Now, the reason I like having a playmaker up here is because it means that Ramsey wasn't getting forward enough. Now, having Ramsey back here is fine, but it means we've got someone else in here too. So I'm actually liking it. Plus, we've got players that fit the roles, which is really nice. For the most part, the players that we have fit these roles, and that's fantastic to see. This is Josh James, everybody. In case you're interested, look at this guy. He plays for Wolves. I mean, he's got a cap as well, so he's ours. I put him on in the last match as a late substitute, just to be sure. Although I think he is fully Welsh and couldn't play for anyone else, just to be sure on that one. But I think he's got a lot of potential as well. So, promising midfielder is nice. So, fairly ambitious. I don't know, I'm liking this lad. I think he's got some potential for us, and it's great to have a regen in the team already. So, without further ado, we're going to get into the game against Bulgaria. Now, the other thing about this tactic as well is that it's on standard, but I've mostly changed it to control. And in fact, I'm going to actually start this as a kind of general thing. I took away the other tactic just to see if it would improve our familiarity because we were learning less tactics. It's made no bloody difference. But I'm going to keep this one in here just in case we need to switch up to it, basically. So I'm pretty pleased with the way things are going with this at the moment. Although the defeat against Bosnia in the last match was difficult to take because I actually think we played quite well. So we're going to turn the highlights back on again. I'm still not entirely sure what I'm doing with corners at the moment. I'm going to try and come up with something, but I don't know, we're not conceding many goals from corners lately, but we're not scoring any either, and as far as I can remember anyway. So, again, I'm going to have to wait for some OP corner tactic to be released. So if you've got any ideas of one of those, then do let me know, because I love a good OP corner tactic. They're responsible for just so many... Oh, shit, that was my bad. I accidentally clicked him to take individual instructions, which is disappointing, but I think we should be okay. Now, we are away from home, but I still feel that control is a decent approach for this game. The reason I had it on standard to train is because I like to then switch it up during the game, and I feel that if you have it on standard as the trained one, it seems to mean that when you actually do switch it to control or counter or attacking, there's less of a hit to the actual fluidity of the tactic. Not that at this point it really makes any difference. Bulgaria, I noticed from the first game, love a long shot. We're pushed quite high up as well with this, so that's important to note. But it seems to work. Nedjelev. technically we could actually lose this game and still go through. It would require other things to go against. Oh, Bojanov's put it in. 8 minutes gone. Bulgaria 1, Wales 0. We may have to step it up to go control, because at the moment it is not looking good for us, guys, I have to say. Oh, okay. So I'm so used to it not doing that. We need to at least come back into this one. Like, the first 2 games we played in this group looked really, really solid. The win at home to Bulgaria was good, and the win away in Bosnia, for me, when we won that, I just thought, right, that's us. And we really should have wrapped this up, really, at home against Bosnia, and I cannot believe we threw it away, frankly. They showed great resilience, but really we deserved to win that game comfortably. But that's our fault, isn't it? We're actually going to go on to attacking, although I might just turn off play out from the back. I've been experimenting with that one, and I think because we're away from home, I don't know, actually. I don't want to get caught in possession, that's the problem. Bulgaria are playing really well here. Not having as many long shots either. They were having a lot of long shots in that first game against us, but today they are looking really, really good. Although they're not hitting the target a lot. They've actually only hit the target 3 times out of 17. But we need to G them up a little bit. I need to be a bit more aggressive about this. No, assertive. Let's try and just get them going a little bit. You weren't that bad, but they were just, yeah. They're looking fired up, which is good to see. I just hope that we can sort of build on that for the second half. Let's just take a quick gander at the analysis. Anything that really stands out. 5 key passes for Chochev. 6 key passes for Milanov. They are looking good with the old key passes. So perhaps if we can close those 2 down, we might have a bit more of a chance. Let me just check a look at their heat map. It's very narrow. Also, the other thing I like about this system is it gives us a chance. We can go through the middle if we want, because we've got enough players, or we can exploit the flanks, which is what I'm going to do now. And seemingly, it works relatively well. So, final thing I want to do, which will actually start the second half before I do. Is there anyone that needs to come off? No, we're okay for now. Is set up some targeting opposition players. So, I want to target Chochev and Milanov, although they're actually already... Get him on his weaker foot, perhaps. And what about Chochev? Always. Alright, we'll tight mark him as well. Okay, so they're obviously... My assistant's quite good at that kind of thing already, but we'll just take a little extra step up to try and mask those guys, because evidently what we were doing was not working. We need to offer something. Gunther. We've not hit the target yet either, which doesn't help, but I'm hoping we can do that in the second half. Knocked it down, cleared away, Milanov, and that should be won by Chester. Back to Williams. It's a massive shame that Ashley Williams retired, really, because he's such an important player for this team, but, you know... I didn't know he was as old as 33 as it happens, but it's not been great for us. Oh, God. Oh, that shaved the outside of the post, and they're a first real chance for them in today's game. But I still feel there's a chance for us in this second half. If we just keep pushing at them, you know, we may break down the walls. Also, with this tactic, we don't seem to be quite so behind on possession, which most of the time hasn't mattered, but it's been nice that we've been able to get a bit more of it. Milanov. Come on, guys. Popov. Oh, crap. So much for tight marking. Anyone going to track him at all? It's getting a little bit dicey here. Darlow's ball up to Cotterill. We may have to make some changes soon, because I want to try and shake things up. I might even get Josh James on for a little while, because he does have a lot of, like, I don't know, that 5 stars, I really wanted to try and realise that, and I don't know if he'll actually stay at Wolves or how long for, but if he does, then that'd be interesting. Bojanov, back across. Oh, damn it! Joe Allen very nearly got a foot in on that. We've been really, really bad today. This is the worst we've played. They've not hit the target very much, but they've scored 2 goals, and that's what matters. We're causing ourselves all kinds of problems, because it now means that if there's a winner between these 2 in the final game, then we're actually not going to finish top. And after 2 matches, that looked absolutely unthinkable, because we'd won both of them. And since then, what we really need is a draw now in that last game. What do we even do? They're playing a very similar system to us, which does not help. I don't even know what to do here. Sometimes it's just... Cotterill, Liam Cullen, he's not looking particularly fit though. Ramsey perhaps. Josh James is absolutely knackered, unfortunately, from the last match, and he's not particularly in great fitness anyway. Harry Wilson maybe off and get... I don't know. I'm interested here. James Chestnut, he's too good. Who's playing poorly? David Cotterill is playing pretty poorly. We may have to get Cullen on just because Cotterill is playing badly. And frankly, Gareth Bale isn't having the best time either. I've just realised Gareth Bale is up top. That was idiotic. Gareth Bale will come off and Jamie Thomas will come on. Usually Gareth Bale plays as the inside forward for this. For some reason I didn't notice that my assistant had decided to put him as the striker today. He's better when he kept playing on that inside forward role. He can get down the wing and cross balls in, and we've got decent finishes. Vokes unfortunately is out injured at the moment. We're lacking a bit in strikers, that's one thing I would say. I kind of want Ian Gwyn Dunphy to get good and quick, because I think he's the sort of player that could lead the line for this country for quite some time. Chochev's through, and another chance there for Bulgaria. They've been very, very good at creating decent opportunities, but they've not really taken as many as you'd expect them to. We're going to have to go overload at this point. We need something from this game, and I just don't think we're going to get it. Is there anyone I can even bring on here? Andy King maybe for Aaron Ramsey, because he is so knackered. It's a disappointing result to go and win your first 2 games in this and then go and lose the next 2. And I wouldn't have even cared if we got this result, but it's the one against Bosnia that really peeves me, because we were so good in that one and they just turned it on us and managed to win it, and it was really disappointing, because the fact that we were even in the lead, Bale's ball in, my god, I thought we were going to score a goal from a corner there for a second, guys. Probably not going to happen anytime soon. King keeps the ball nicely. Chester's got it. He needs to wrap it around the corner. Williams. Bale's through. Bale can't score, though, and this is what I mean. Good chances going to waste. Gareth Bale could not put it in. You know, he scores there, and maybe, just maybe, there's a bit of late hope for us if we pushed for it, but it doesn't look like we're going to do anything today. We've improved a little bit since we changed things up and got Bale out on the wing, but it's not been entirely noticeable. Injuries have not helped us. We're missing quite a few players through injury, but then we always are going to be. Cullen now. Out wide for Gunter, and there it is. Bulgaria 2, Wales 0. Disappointing. I thought we were going to get through this one relatively comfortably, and the results were kind of dictating that, but at the moment it's looking a little bit more dicey. Everyone's got 0 goal differences, which means that basically we need those 2 teams to draw, because if either of them wins, we don't bloody do it. We can't go down, as far as I can tell. Let me just quickly check the table. So we're going to come second or first, basically, which is fine. I just would have rather, you know, with the way we started this group, I thought we were going to do fantastically, and we just kind of haven't, which is a shame, but there you go. So in the next episode, guys, I'm hoping that I'll be able to bring you some Euro qualifying then. It'll be the first couple of games of our Euro qualifiers. We've got a friendly against Qatar where I'll try out the tactic a little bit more. But there we go, guys. So, if you've enjoyed this episode, please do drop a like on it. That would be magnificent. And if you'd like to even more than that, please do subscribe to the channel for more videos like this in your inbox every single day at 7 o'clock. And I will see you guys in the next episode for some Euro qualifying, where we can really get down to the nitty-gritty of this, and hopefully get some of these youngsters into our first team in these friendlies and give them a real run out. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.